Alright guys, in this video I'm going to go over what PBNs are, what you need to know about PBNs, and whether you should use them for backlinking for your website. So let's get right into it. What are PBNs? So PBN stands for Private Blog Network. Basically what PBNs are expired domains that previously had a website on them that had some domain authority and backlinks from that previous website that was there. And then what happened is the domain expired and somebody noticed that it expired, the original person didn't buy it back or whatever, and somebody bought the domain and then put some content on the website, usually some news or some articles just to get something up there, and they use it to link out to other websites. The idea behind it is that it's a quick way of passing authority from the original domain to the websites that they're linking to. So it's basically a backlink or a way to get backlinks to the website, and ideally if it's relevant to the particular niche or whatever, then obviously it can be a relevant backlink that you can get that can be actually quite powerful if done correctly. So that's the reason why people do it. Now, why would someone use them? Because PBNs are typically a lot cheaper than buying backlinks from genuine websites. Now, when I say that, I mean buying PBN links. Setting a PBN up itself is not going to be cheaper than buying backlinks, but if you're buying a PBN link can be anywhere from $10 to about $50, whereas a genuine backlink, if you get a good one, is going to cost you usually $200 to $300. So it's significantly cheaper to buy a PBN backlink. They can also pass a lot of power to your website. So some of these sites can be very powerful, so you can actually get quite a good boost from them. You can also build your own PBN websites, which they can then exclusively link only to your websites instead of, linking out to several others as well. However, that's a whole topic on its own, which I'm not going to go into this video. However, the problem with PBNs. So PBNs are quite risky and are considered a black hat tactic. So what you need to realize is that they're essentially manipulating Google's systems, and it's a way of, gaining, let's say, less than genuine backlinks, which Google is not a fan of. So Google just expressly doesn't like PBNs, and basically if it discovers that a website is a PBN, the site will get penalized, which means that all the links that you got will be invalidated and potentially cause your website harm. So the issue you have is that if all of the PBNs are connected to each other and connected to a bunch of websites, the whole lot can go down if they discover one of them. And so that's the risk with PBNs. It takes a lot of work to maintain PBNs and ensure that they're not connected to each other just for the reason I've just described. Otherwise, the whole thing can get taken down very quickly. And so it's obviously quite risky to rely on PBNs for your website, especially if they're the only links you're relying on, because if they all go down, then your entire strategy has gone to waste and you might even get a penalty as well. So obviously there's risk there, as you can see. Another issue is that most people with PBNs who sell the links will sell the links to practically anyone who will pay. And so the problem you have is that the power of the website linking out gets very diluted. So the running joke in the SEO community is that they turn into a public blog network as opposed to a private one because they're linking out to so many websites. So it's very difficult to know what you're buying when you're buying a PBN. So unless you know exactly who you're buying it from, it's usually best to just stay away from PBNs in general and not go for them for your website unless you know what you're doing and you have a specific reason for it. Now, one other note I want to make about them is that oftentimes you can go and try and buy links from vendors and they will sell you PBN links even though you're paying for genuine backlinks, or they don't mention the fact that it's a PBN. So you need to be aware that when buying backlinks, you could be getting a PBN even if they haven't specified that it is and you don't know. So just be aware of that. Be aware of the risks when you are looking at links and buying PBNs. So that's basically an overview of what they are. Obviously, this is a huge topic that could span hours and hours of content, but I wanted to just give you a quick overview of what PBNs are and what you need to be aware of them. And my advice would be, if you don't know what you're doing and you're in the beginner stages, I would not be messing around with PBNs because I think it's just too risky unless you exactly know what you're doing. So if you have any questions about any of this, put them in the comments below and I will answer them. Otherwise, if you'd like me to coach you on how to do SEO and Google ads for only $49 a month, go to learndominatemarketing.com. And if you'd like us to get you results with SEO and Google ads, go to dominatemarketing.io, book a call with us there. Catch you on the next one.